Candi and Matt are staring into each other's eyes with blank expressions. They've been sitting there for about 10 minutes.
Nope. Place is still standing. That's a good sign.
They've managed to cloud each other's memories.
Oh my god.
I walk slowly over there and put the hand in between and wave it up and down.
It is only when you block their line of sight that they both manage to react.
Ah. What?
Everything okay?
Yes, I think.
Yeah.
I think I learned. Did I learn? I think I learned.
What were we doing?
You were teaching me how to make people forget stuff, Candi.
Oh shit, you did great!
When did you start teaching that?
It was when the commercial started. I look over to the TV.
Because it's past 3 now, and you guys were just in kind of a stupor when I came in the door. May have been 5 minutes, may have been 3 hours, who knows?
Candi will wave her hand nonchalantly and go, Darla had the bar.
Eh,
It looks like we're closed now, too.
Damn, Darla had the bar!
Jackson, upstairs, trying to come to terms with your own reflection. What do you do?
Is my forehead still bleeding?
It has stopped.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull off my coat and use it to wipe the blood off of his face. No longer in copious amounts of pain from his forehead and his skull tearing open, I assume. He's gonna think about the feeling he got from the tarot cards, about her needing him to save her, to find her. Focusing on the fact that he managed to feel his sire staring at the mirror in a daze after he cleans the blood off his face and neck.
After enough staring, the lights in the bathroom flicker. For just a moment, you catch a glimpse of her standing behind you in the mirror.
Immediately, Jackson turns around.
She is gone. There is a plasticky sterilization smell of a hospital.
With that, could I use my heightened sense? But certain hospitals have certain smells, even with being sterilized. They smell different. Could I try to see if maybe I've been to enough hospitals to recognize this?
Using your heightened senses, you catch 2 things about the apparition. First is that it smells like a hospital, but it's not. It has the same sterilized smell to it, but there's an animal smell behind it. Maybe pigs or dogs or something that reminds you of a zoo.
Okay.
Smells like maybe monkeys?
Hmm.
The second thing you noticed was just before you turned around, you saw a shunt in her arm that would be used for a blood draw.
Oh, she's being used as a fucking blood doll, isn't she?
That could be the case. Why else would she have that? Perhaps it's more metaphorical. You don't have a solid grasp on the meaning of it. But if it was literal, then that would fall into place with a couple of things.
Yeah. He'll deactivate his heightened senses and wipe the newly pouring blood off his face again since I used the discipline.
At that point, you hear Fox's voice downstairs, having come back from doing tattoo stuff all night.
Yeah. He'll hold his coat up to his head but keep it out of his eyes as he walks back downstairs. Tie it up and around so he doesn't have to actually keep holding it.
Jackson comes downstairs with a jacket tied around his forehead.
Fox looks up. Interesting look. Is that a new style, or did you get injured?
I didn't want to bleed all over the floor.
Yeah, that's fair. Candi might take that personal.
It wouldn't be the first time, but there's been a thing.
Oh?
Well, we're not any closer to figuring out who Jackson's sire is, but we've got a clue.
That's one way to put it, Candy.
Look back and forth between them, then up at Jackson and kind of tilts his head.
Do I feel the blood still pouring, or is it gone by now?
It stops pretty quickly as a first level ability.
Feeling the blood no longer pouring off his head, he'll untie it, revealing a third eye in the middle of his forehead.
The fuck?
I don't know.
Looks down at Candy. Did you get drunk or something and do gestures vaguely at Jackson?
I got drunk. I do not have that ability. That is you. Thank you very much.
I haven't wanted to probe too deeply.
It didn't go well, okay? We can talk about that some other time, but it didn't go well.
Sure.
But no, this just... Jackson did a tarot reading, and blood.
My forehead ripped open. It hurt a lot, and I'm very confused right now. But before I forget, because I'm probably going to be in a lot of pain for the next coming days, I just saw my sire in the mirror upstairs, and she smelled like a hospital, but I turned around and she wasn't there. Kind of smelled like a zoo. And, you know, in the hospital when you donate blood, looked like she had one of those on her arm.
Like an IV port?
Something like that, yeah.
Candy will turn to Fox.
Fox gives an exaggerated shrug. I just got here. I was having a very normal evening, but now...
You were not. We were not.
Yeah, okay, I've never seen that before.
It is at this point that Dimico walks back in the front door.
Oh, good. Fox, you made it.
Yes.
I see you've been introduced to Jackson's new eye.
Up to speed as it gets.
You say it so nonchalantly.
Yes, well, one must take these things in stride.
Must one?
I have a little information that I think is important to everyone here, especially you, Jackson. I've found out what you are, and it's something so old and so rare that technically a clan, but not a clan. Not part of the Cam or any other faction that I'm aware of. Called a Salubri. Apparently all Salubri have that third eye that you have. They haven't been heard of for a very long time in this region. In fact, you all here, Jackson and perhaps Matt exception, know of the Tremere, do you not?
Know enough to keep some distance, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tremere, they are called the Usurpers by some. It's one of their many nicknames. Apparently, Salubri are the ones they usurp.
Oh.
So, however long ago that was, Salubri have a bit of a reputation, and Tremere call them demon worshipper or demon consorter. Infernalist, yes. Thank you, voice in my head.
Just because somebody's got a third eye doesn't mean you can call them a demon worshiper. That's just mean.
I am simply repeating what they have propagandized. That is definitely not something you're going to want to show. For many reasons, the masquerade being primary one. We're going to get you a hat, a headband, something that you can wear at all times.
I prefer a beanie in this weather.
Yep, beanie is exactly what I was thinking.
Beanie works.
Yeah, it kind of fits.
Yeah, I can't really go around with a glove plastered on my forehead.
Yeah, I suggest you get a couple beanies, some backups, just in case you bleed a little bit on one of them.
This thing's been bleeding every time I do something.
Stop poking at it.
It's weird.
Define do something.
I don't know what it's called yet, but remember when I got all antsy because I could feel everything on my shirt?
When you rouse your blood, call upon the power.
That.
Okay.
I did that with like my nose and my eyes earlier up in the bathroom, and it started bleeding again.
Well, that's good to know.
Okay.
You're bleeding whenever you use your abilities. That's not great. Wow.
just means you're going to have to be very careful about where and when you choose to use them, especially in public.
And make sure that it's either a red or a black bean.
Yeah, you can't have the stain standing out on a green or a white one.
Honestly, it might be worth teaching you obfuscate arts sooner rather than later. So, yeah, that's what you are, and Tremere are probably your mortal enemies.
I don't even know who those people are.
Yeah, not
And-
everyone does. They're not someone that you would want to associate with, anyways.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
They're useful, but dangerous.
Right.
Candy will definitely cock an eye at useful.
So, with that in mind, we're going to have to be very careful who we let in on this. Though it could be perhaps more important now to find your sire, Jackson.
Well, like I just told these three, I saw her in the mirror upstairs. I turned and she was gone, but it smelled like a hospital and a zoo. And she had the thing when you donate blood. Candy said an IV, something. It looked like she had one of those in her arms. Kind of smelled like monkeys, pigs, dogs, maybe.
That sounds like a testing facility or a hospital near a zoo or any of these things that kind of are close together.
There are a few places that it could be. There's a couple of vets that could be run by less scrupulous people. There's, of course, the zoo. But in the area is a makeup testing company called Lush.
I'm guessing it's one of those laboratory type places where they have live specimen.
You've never been inside there, but you can imagine it if they're doing makeup testing, pigs and monkeys.
Sorry,
Doesn't-
testing animals.
Those are testing animals.
Even though it's despicable, certain animal rights activists. Yes, I may have an idea where that is.
Really?
At least the closest place that I can think of. There's a place called Lush. Their makeup company, they have a laboratory not far from the area.
Dude, where are you getting all of this information?
I collect this sort of thing. You have to be able to put together pieces of information. Plus, as I said, I hang out with a lot of Torians. Makeup is still quite fashionable.
Spray paint, bud. The real good stuff, it's spray paint.
We'll agree to disagree. But yes, I think that might fit the bill with the pigs and the monkeys. If there's a shunt or a tap in the arm, could be that someone is either drawing blood or providing blood to her. Perhaps she has some sort of contact there, or someone's captured her and is holding her there. Hard to say.
Well, during my card reading before I had my forehead tear open, I felt like she wanted me to save her.
Then what's this prisoner?
Probably that one, yeah.
A prisoner without a cage sometimes. There's blood bonds and such. Could be.
It could be. Candy will shrug at Fox and Dimico. Worse.
Could be. Don't know that we have enough time. I'm just thinking, do we have enough time to even get there tonight?
Oh yeah, it's late fall, early winter, so sun doesn't rise till like 7.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
Oregon is cold and dark.
All right.
Didn't realize we had that much time. Yeah, that's plenty of time.
It's like 5-6 hours.
We're approaching the Arctic Circle.
Well, I was going to go check out my haven for the rest of the night, but this seems to take priority. What do you all say?
I'm down for an adventure, Matt says, standing up triumphantly.
Fox takes a look at Jackson and then nods. Well, if you saw a vision, I don't know shit about that, but if she's nearby and in trouble and has answers, worth looking into.
Also, like Dimico said, apparently my people are pretty rare, and I'd rather not leave my sire to perish.
Andy will nod and pat Matt on the back. Should probably have some folks there who could get rid of memories. Unless we've got something else. Candy will look to Matt. Do we have something else to do?
I don't think so, Candy. The club seems pretty closed for the night.
Then, yeah, I will go give Darla a hug and rejoin the group.
Darla headed out a while back.
Oh, bitch.
You were busy staring at Matt.
Staring into Matt's soul.
She tried to say bye like 3.
Probably made a snarky comment.
She said goodnight, but you totally forgot.
Okay, I rescind my bitch comment.
Well, then headed over to the Lush testing facility. I have to pop open a phone book to figure out the exact address. You knew it was around this area. This entire area is disputed between Orin, Septimus, and Mama's. It's definitely uncomfortably close to Septimus's territory.
Makes sense.
Driving up, taking the candy van and Dimico's vehicle.
Sounds good to me.
We could do that.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds alright. I want to ask Candy a question on the ride.
Jackson, ride with me.
Yeah. As we're leaving, I am leaving Le Dog to roam the empty strip club.
Oh God. Do you know what's on the floor in there?
We put him in the room.
Yeah, we'll hide him in the room. Let's hope he doesn't lick up the blood.
Well, now you have a ghoul.
Ghoul dog.
Candy will listen to whatever you've got to say.
So, Candy, I showed you the cool baseball, right?
Yeah, I think so.
If I wanted to give this to Orin, is there any, special ceremony I gotta do? What's the best way to approach that? I get that there's some ceremony involved in Orin being the Baron, but am I supposed to be paying tribute or something?
You think he would like it, but you have no idea how to strategically present it to him.
Put it in a gift box? I don't know the protocol for this. Bo's been really casual with it.
I think that the one piece of advice that comes to Candy's mind would be to stash it just in case you really piss Orin off.
Yes.
Stash it as a gift just in case you ever need to give one.
Yes.
Okay. I'll keep it underneath my lazy boy safe. When we get back, I don't have it on me.
Socks is just running around the strip club with it in his mouth.
Oh my God.
Runs up to the top of the stairs, drops it down the stairs, chases it down, repeats.
Excellent.